Hey, I'm Becky. I'm a yoga teacher, the creator of Urban Love Warrior Yoga, and I also work with special needs teenagers, delivering personal development all over the world. So today I wanted to speak about what it means to me to take risks and to rip up the rule book. So when I was a kid, I lived with my grandma and she read to me every single night. So my head was always full of stories of adventurers, superheroes, people who step outside of the ordinary and do things that other people may not have the courage to do. So people who really put themselves outside of their comfort zone. And in these worlds, magic existed, fairy tales existed, and through the power of your mind, you could achieve the impossible. So through this, I always grew up as a kid really believing I was a magician, that I had the power to make magic happen. I used to walk through the woods pretending I was an adventurer, and that walking through the wardrobe in my grandma's house could take me to another world. I believe I had the power to talk to teddies, to animals, and to transform the ordinary into the extraordinary. I remember once I carried all of my grandma's furniture out into the garden to make a magic flying machine. And then I made a magic potion inspired by Georgia and the Marvelous Medicine, and literally I put in everything: my grandmother's perfume, bleach, soap, milk, anything I could get my hands on, and I literally threw it all over this magic machine because I was so convinced that I could make this thing fly. Now obviously that didn't go down too well, and I can't say that it was the most sensible idea and I got into a lot of trouble, but the point I'm trying to make is I believed in my own ability. And it's really this power of fairy tales and stories that I think gave me the confidence to chase after my dreams in life. I grew up really believing that the superheroes and magicians in these stories existed, and because they existed in my mind, I wanted to find them. So I spent a lot of time really stepping outside of my community and my comfort zone, looking for these sorcerers and magicians and making it my mission to find them, because if magic existed, I wanted to find it. It gave me a lot of confidence in life to go after things that people believed were impossible. I remember the first job that I did really well at is I was an actress, and I remember the horror on my granddad's face when I told him. I went home and I'm like, "Granddad, I've decided what I want to do with my life. I'm going to be an actress." And he was like, "What the hell?" He's like, "You're so intelligent, you get A's at school, you're meant to be a veterinary science, and you're coming home and you tell me you want to be an actress?" And I'm like, "Yeah." And I remember they tried to convince me. They were like, "It's not a stable career, it's not, going to make you any money. What are the chances of you actually being successful in it?" And I guess to me, because I'd grown up with such a vivid imagination, and I remember all these stories about ordinary people who found their power, I had the attitude of, well, why can't I make it? If an ordinary person like Cinderella can be transformed into a princess, or Harry Potter can discover a power and be a wizard, then why shouldn't some girl from Yorkshire go after being an actress? And I guess it's through my own self-belief and ability to find my own inner magic that I was successful in this. I think this helped me find my second career, yoga. I now teach yoga all over the world, and one of the things that I love about it the most is the chance that I get to help people embrace their own magic. I mean, you get some people who walk into a class and they're like, "These postures are impossible, that's ridiculous, it's out of this world, I'm never going to get there," or "I feel so anxious and spaced out and life's so busy and chaotic." And what I see my responsibility as a yoga teacher being is helping them to play, to get back to that inner child that believes that things are possible. And it's through that you start to develop the ability to take risks and to take chances, because by putting yourself out of your comfort zone physically, it gives you the courage to then put yourself out of your comfort zone mentally and emotionally. I mean, with yoga now, like, I manifested a year ago that I wanted to be an international yoga teacher, and that I wanted to assist who I believe are two of the best teachers in the world, Duncan Wong and Elena Voice. And within a year I'm doing it. I'm been to Japan, Italy, Spain, Norway, Paris so far this year, and I'm planning to go back to Japan and China in September and to assist my teachers and also to teach myself. And I believe that's only been possible because I've believed it was possible. I think sometimes we look up to people and admire them, but we put them on a pedestal. We believe that we're never going to get there and that they'd never take us seriously. So what's the point in trying? And yeah, being completely honest, I'm terrified when I assist Elena and Duncan, my teachers, because they're so incredible, and I'm just a girl from Yorkshire. But what I've learned is if you put yourself out there and you're prepared to get things wrong and to fail, because that's how we learn, then if you're really passionate and you really care, then people will see that light and they'll want to work with you. They'll want to take those chances. And so it brings me back to fairy tales. If you look at every hero in a story, most of them are people who came from ordinary environments and they took a risk. They walked outside of their comfort zone. They walked down a path and they didn't quite know where they were going. And a lot of them have got really lost along the way, but it's only when you get lost and you reach that point where there's no return and you really step outside of your comfort zone that magic can be allowed to happen. And it's through taking risks and believing in yourself and really kind of believing in your own magic that you're able to manifest what it is in your life and shine your light and make life happen. Namaste.